Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus Channel. In the history of warfare, aircraft have played a major role. As these usually have rockets and missiles, they rarely use their guns. But their Gatling guns are very powerful. Today, we look at the crazy process of reloading U.S. fighter jets with thousands of scary rounds in just minutes. In the 1970s, the emergence of the MiG-25 Foxbat had the U.S. scrambling to build a fighter to counter what they saw as a super fighter. In the process, the F-15 Eagle was produced, and later, the F-16 Fighting Falcon was used to supplement the F-15. These two fighters are armed with advanced AIM-9X Sidewinder and AIM-120 AMRAAMs, among many other munitions. The F-15s and F-16s also have M61 Vulcan 20mm rotary cannons, which have 6 barrels and are used for dogfighting and strafing runs. M61 Vulcan inspections are performed every 15,000 rounds, or every 18 months, and require about 31 hours to complete. Armament flight airmen work 8-hour split shifts with 2 teams to ensure that every part of the weapon entering the shop is inspected and safe for use. To load the complicated Vulcan, a special loading machine is used. The Universal Ammunition Loading System is intended to load and unload 20mm ammunition into the F-15 and F-16 fighter aircraft. The system employs a motorized mechanism to transport ammunition from storage containers into the aircraft's M61A1 Vulcan cannon system, which can hold roughly 940 rounds in the F-15 and 511 rounds in the F-16. During loading, ammunition passes through guide chutes as the feed mechanism cycles, guaranteeing proper round positioning. To avoid clogs and misfeeds, the operation must be monitored precisely. Unloading reverses the operation and safely removes shots from the magazine. The UALS handles both fighting and training ammunition in accordance with strict safety regulations. During UALS operations on F-15 and F-16 aircraft, certain safety precautions are followed. Weapon safety pins must be added, and the aircraft's electrical power must be certified safe. Ground crews wear anti-static wrist straps to prevent electrical discharge near ordnance. The loading area is marked as a no-loan zone, requiring at least 2 qualified individuals. Safety observers oversee the entire operation, while a dedicated individual monitors the gun systems for any jams. Clear communication between team members and clear spoken directions are required. Emergency procedures and equipment, including ammunition handling equipment and fire suppression systems, are easily accessible. Before loading can commence, the gun system must be properly secured, with the breech secured open and the feed mechanisms checked clear. All operations adhere to stringent technical order procedures involving several verification steps. To properly remove ammunition from aircraft gun systems, UALS unloading procedures must be followed carefully. The device reverses the flow of ammo, carefully withdrawing rounds or cartridges and monitoring for damaged ammunition or connection difficulties. Drive mechanisms, feed chutes, and control systems are inspected daily, weekly, and monthly as part of regular maintenance. Loading and unloading cycles are tracked to plan preventative maintenance. Before the system can be put back into service, any damaged components must be replaced. Documentation of all inspections and maintenance is required. Depending on the type of munitions, loading weapons can be easy or complicated. Loading the AIM-9 Sidewinder requires a crew of at least 3 people. Following a safety pin check, the missile is manually raised and carried by at least 2 weapon loaders to the aircraft. Team members carefully guide the missile's lugs into the LAU-7 launcher rails, ensuring accurate alignment. The missile umbilical is connected, and proper seating is confirmed before removing handling equipment. All connections are torqued to specification and safely connected. Crews use the MJ-1 bomb lift truck to transport larger weapons, such as JDAMs. The jammer's hydraulic lift arm accurately places the weapon beneath the aircraft's hardpoint. Operators employ precision adjustment controls to line the lugs with the bomb racks. After correct alignment, they lift the weapon until it's properly seated. Before removing the jammer, arming wire and umbilical connections are made. For surface vessel attack training, civilian vessels sometimes join in providing targeting training. F-16 Fighting Falcon and F-15 Strike Eagle pilots practice low-altitude, air-to-ground missile targeting of watercraft on Choctawhatchee Bay, near Eglin Air Force Base in Florida. The pilots undergo a week-long weapon system evaluation, known as Combat Hammer. During this evaluation, the pilots electronically target many participating civilian boats equipped with simulated weaponry. The primary off-season fishing boats of varied sizes sail at speeds in excess of 20 knots and seek to dodge the aircraft with zigzag maneuvers. This offers a realistic target for the pilots and training corresponding to real-world conditions the pilot may encounter in warfare. Few Gatling guns can match the power of the 30mm GAU-8 Avenger, which arms the A-10 Thunderbolt II. This hydraulically propelled rotating cannon must be installed with specialized equipment and a team of weapons expediters. A customized lift truck carefully places and mounts the 619-pound armament system into the A-10's forward fuselage. During the installation process, technicians must accurately link hydraulic, electrical, and ammo feed systems. Guns like the Avenger require a special loading system. The GFU-7 Dragon Loader is a customized device for loading 30mm ammunition into the A-10's drum magazine. It has a hydraulically powered chain drive, which transfers rounds from storage containers via guide chutes to the aircraft's 1,174-round drum. Operators monitor the loading process through inspection windows while the drum revolves. Proper grounding, mechanical safeguarding, and continual communication among team members throughout the operation are all part of the safety standards. Also known as the Warthog, the A-10 mainly uses its Avenger gun. During a strafing run, the A-10 approaches targets from low altitude with its manual or computer-assisted gun sight. The GAU-8 fires depleted uranium or high-explosive 30mm rounds at a rate of 3,900 per minute, producing that unique BERT sound. While the cannon is the primary weapon, the A-10 can also fire AGM-65 Maverick missiles, bombs, and rockets from 11 hardpoints, making it a versatile close air support platform. Practicing against moving targets is better training. Remote-controlled small uncrewed ground vehicles are often used to move targets on ranges, such as Sailor Creek. These robotic vehicles move over the range at different speeds and patterns, simulating enemy armor. A-10 pilots practice attack runs on these targets with both the GAU-8 gun and precision-guided missiles. Range controllers drive the vehicles from safe houses, while scoring systems monitor pilot accuracy and effectiveness during day and night training missions. Another rotary cannon worth noting is the 3-barrel M197 20mm Gatling gun of the AH-1Z attack helicopter. The Viper was developed from the Super Cobra, and its M197 is basically an M61 with only 3 barrels instead of 6. Loading 20mm ammunition for the AH-1Z's M197 cannon requires carefully hand-feeding connected rounds through the feed chute, while a second technician cycles the system to ensure accurate alignment and feeding into the magazine. Operated by the U.S. Marine Corps, the Vipers must go through certain protocols before takeoff. AH-1Z crews do thorough pre-flight inspections of the rotor systems, transmission, engine components, and armament systems. Ground crews ensure that all ammunition and missiles are properly stowed. Pilots undertake hover checks after starting up to ensure that flight controls and systems are functioning properly. During takeoff, Vipers make a tactical departure, usually in formation with UH-1Y Venoms for combined operations. Depending on the objective and the environment, the aircraft can do either combat patrols or escort duties. Armed with an assortment of munitions from AP, KWS, and AGM-114 Hellfire missiles, the Viper can also protect itself using AIM-9 Sidewinder air-to-air missiles. The AH-1Z can use AIM-9 Sidewinders to combat aerial threats, notably opposing helicopters and low-speed aircraft. The missile's infrared seeker detects heat signatures, and the Viper's integrated targeting system provides cueing. This capability is critical for escort and air defense missions. It's not a regular occurrence, but the rotary gun may not stow properly and keep pointing downwards. This is referred to as a drooped gun. If the helicopter were to land with a weapon like that, it would lead to damage. Ordnance Marines move under the helicopter while it hovers and use a cargo strap to lift the gun into its correct stow position, after which the helicopter can land safely. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.